Hello and welcome back to Culz Book Reviews. Today we are checking out Nature's Secret Agents by Tom Burnette. Now, you all should recognize that name because previously we have done a review on Tom's more recent book, and that being Bigfoot, Exploring the Myth and Discovering the Truth, co-written by Rob Riggs. And due to the amount of times I've talked about that one on different podcasts or episodes, I figured I would check out the author's other works. So this one arrived first. We were having a kind of blizzard warning, and I wanted to get something, and luckily this one could get here before the storm. Got it, read it that snowstorm. It's a quick read, and yeah, let's talk about it. So let's start with the cover. As you can see up top, the title Nature's Secret Agents, with a picture of a Bigfoot on the front, and then the author's name, Tom Burnette. Along the side, you can also see Nature's Secret Agents, Tom Burnette. And then on the back, no description, just more of that picture from where the Bigfoot is standing in the woods. And here's that ISBN if you need it. So this one clocks in at 114 pages, at least the actual story itself. There are some bonus picture sections, as you can see here, that bring out the total to 120 pages. But besides that, you can see just writing throughout. Alright, so first we'll just kind of get into some of the notes I took. Obviously, because there's another book that Tom read, a lot of what he talks about here I'm sure carried over into that one. Though there were stories in here and accounts that I didn't remember. So at least you guys can know, if you read that one, there's still some extra stuff you can read in Nature's Secret Agents. Pretty early on, we found out Bigfoot is a peeping Tom, or at least according to the earlier account in the story, where he's talking about some relationships he had with some girlfriends in the woods, and he figured Bigfoot was watching him, and so it kind of goes off that. So that's one way to start a story, I suppose. As I've said a few times, there was the newer book, Bigfoot Exploring the Myth, and much like that one, in this one it said Bigfoot just dislikes dogs. The amount of dogs that go missing or dead or he finds dead is crazy to me. At some point you gotta say, why do you keep putting dogs in that situation? Just don't do it. But on the contrary, apparently Bigfoots may like cats, as he does have a theory where he thinks mountain lions are used by Bigfoots in the same way that we use house cats. Just a theory that he had in there. Again, Bigfoots, are given offerings. He's feeding these Bigfoots. There's also some crazy stories about bear hunters in here, though he is very anti-hunter. Outside of, I guess I should say anti-trophy hunter, and he makes that clear. The Bigfoot becoming orbs does appear, but not as heavily as in the other one, so maybe that is something more of Rob Riggs, though there is one picture in here in the pictures section that showcases an orb and claims perhaps it's a Bigfoot in spirit form. So yeah, that's in here. As far as kind of the outline, it does go as a journal / diary kind of thing where he's jotting down kind of daily occurrences. I will say, as it goes on, the journal entries are shorter and it kind of starts to wear on you, at least on me, and it becomes kind of like a lot of UFO books where it's just sighting after sighting after sighting. It's all kind of the same thing, In UFO sightings, it's usually, I looked up in the sky, something silver, it's gone. And then you have that for 200 pages. So at some points you can kind of fill that slog here. It's definitely not as structured as the other book. Again, those are two people coming together to try to write more of a conclusive Bigfoot, whereas this one is kind of just documenting his experiences on his property. And, the death of the baby Bigfoot does show up in this one. It's something that was talked about in the other one. It's given a little bit more detail, at least from what I remember. It has been a few years since I read the other one, but it seemed like there was more stuff in here than I had previously remembered. Overall, did I have a good time reading this? It was enjoyable. Like I said, it did kind of feel like a slog at points. I don't think it's as good as the other one, but this is an earlier book, so maybe Tom got better at writing. But I would be interested in picking up Rob Riggs's book by himself to see if I enjoy that one more or less, because I'm interested to see maybe if I enjoyed one author more than the other. But overall, I think I still had a fun time. There was a couple people I was messaging while reading this, so I was at least getting something from it. It's not the worst read. I would say, though, probably a 5.5 out of 10. Would I recommend it? Yeah, it's not the worst thing. It's not as good as the other one. I would still probably continuously push the Bigfoot Exploring the Myth one over this one, even though I don't think I'm on board with the interdimensional Bigfoot ones. I think that one's just more of a cohesive written project, whereas this one, like I said, just not my cup of tea. Perhaps some people enjoy journal books more, or books written from like a diary account where you get like day by day kind of just goings on. Sometimes it's not even about Bigfoot. There's a whole kind of storyline throughout about a professor. He's trying to help him look for the Bigfoots, or give evidence to about Bigfoots, just trying to get someone else to help him on this search, which is probably how he ran into Rob Riggs. Eventually was just trying to find someone to connect with that was trying to take it seriously. He doesn't think the professor is, or he's unsure, and so that is a through line throughout. Overall, like I said, 5.5 out of 10. It's not the worst thing I've ever read, and you guys would probably at least enjoy it as a short read. Like I said, I read this during a snowstorm, so I really didn't have much else to do, and it definitely helped pass the time. Would I start with the other one first? I did. And I don't think it hurt my reading experience with that one. And in fact, I think it helped me with this one, because you kind of know where Tom ends up going. Like I said, I hope to pick up Rob Riggs' other book here soon. But for now, that's my review. Tell me in the comments below if you guys have read it as well, and what you thought about it. But until next time, for more Culz book reviews, click that link to your left. For more about us here at Culz Paranormal, click that link to your right. And don't forget to hit that like and give us a subscribe. And again, let us know if you've read it, and if there's a book you want us to review on the channel. Tell us in the comments below.